wind carries whispers of your name through the golden streets of yesterday. I walked alone where we once stood, leaves beneath my feet, they understood. Your voice still lingers in the air, a gentle ghost I still can't bear. I reach for you in fading light, but autumn steals you out of sight. Fading leaves, they fall like us, turning love to ash and dust. I whisper hope into the breeze, but you're already gone with ease. The photographs, the wine-stained glass, moments frozen, shadows pass. Every word we failed to say now echoes softly, drifts away. And if you ever dream tonight of falling leaves beneath the light, know my heart still beats for you. In shades of amber, cold and true. Fading leaves, they fall like us, turning love to ash and dust. Whisper my name into the rain, and I'll come back through all the pain. When the autumn fades away, I'll still love you, come what may. The streetlights blurred and silver gray. The sky is weeping where we lay. Each drop remembers what we've done. Each tear reflects a setting sun. Your coat was drenched, your hands were cold. Our story tied, our hearts grown old. The rain began its mournful song. We both knew love had stayed too long. You smiled a little, soft and weak. 1,000 things you didn't speak. The thunder rolled, but in between, your silence said what words had been. I reached for you, but shadows came. The world stood still, it spoke your name. And as the wind began to cry, I let you go without goodbye. Whispered rain, say what I can't say. Wash the pain that won't decay. Carry my love through the night again. Whispered rain, my only friend. If you find him where I stand, tell him I'm fine, though I pretend. Every storm begins the same, with whispered rain that calls your name. The pavement glows, the city sleeps. The rain collects the tears it keeps. Our laughter hides in window glass, a faded world where moments pass. I hear your voice in passing cars. Your ghost still hums beneath the stars. Each droplet plays a minor key, and every chord reminds of me. explain how love still falls through whispered rain. If he dreams, let him forget the lips that spoke in silhouette. Every storm ends just the same with whispered rain that knows my name. And when the dawn begins to rise, the clouds retreat from weeping skies. Yet in my chest a storm remains forever yours through whispered rain. There's dust upon the window pane where once your laughter carved its name. The room is still, the air is thin. I breathe you out, you breathe back in. The photograph upon the wall is fading slow. I watch it fall. Your eyes still shine in captured light, but time rewrote the rest of night. The colors bleed, the glass turns gray, and memories start to drift away. I chase your smile with trembling hand, a ghost I'll never understand. You said forever, soft and low, but forever's where the shadows go. Now silence keeps your tender name hung in this empty frame. Empty frame, what do you see? Do you remember love and me behind the glass? The world stands still, the warmth we had, the void it fills. I call your name through picture lines, it echoes back in fragile chimes. Empty frame, you hold my shame, a silent love I can't reclaim. The floor still creaks the way it did when we would dance, when hearts were kids. Your coffee cup still by the chair, your ghost sits softly everywhere. The curtains move a gentle sigh, the air still hums your last goodbye. I try to smile to break the spell, but love still hides where shadows dwell. I light a candle, watch it fade like all the promises we made. The wax runs down, it burns your name inside this empty frame. Empty frame, what do you see? A photograph of memory. Do you recall how bright it shone before I learned to be alone? I touch the glass, the world feels near, but even echoes disappear. Empty frame, it feels the same, holding love but missing flame. If I could paint the sky with you, would colors fade or stay so true? If time would lend a single day, I'd frame the words we couldn't say. But still I stand where you once stayed, a heart unhealed yet unafraid. Empty frame, my broken shrine, a portrait lost between the lines. The glass reflects what's left behind, 1,000 dreams, a single mind. If love is art, then love must fade, but beauty lives in what we made. Empty frame, you bear my name and whisper softly, I'm the same. So hang me next to where you stood, a world stood still in amber glaze. You turned to me, your eyes so deep, a promise made you couldn't keep. The golden hour began to fade, and silence spoke the words we made. Your shadow stretched, your hands grew small, the light dissolved, it took it all. I held my breath as colors burned. The day we lost and never turned. We tried to smile to hold the pain, but dusk was calling out your name. The sky had whispered our goodbye in shades of rose and soft reply. And though my tears began to fall, you kept on walking through it all. Goodbye at dusk, where time stands still. The light is gone, but love is real. Your footsteps fade, but echoes stay. They follow me beyond the day. I see your face in sunset's glow, the place where broken rivers flow. Goodbye at dusk, I call your name, but all that answers is the The air grew cold, the world turned gray. The night began to take you away. Our laughter drowned in crimson light. Two hearts too proud to hold too tight. You smiled as though it didn't break, but every breath was just for fake. The wind was kind, it took your side, while I stood still where love had died. The clouds above began to cry. They mourned the stars that passed us by. I whispered softly, don't look back, but still your shadow crossed my track. Goodbye at dusk, where hearts collide between the light and endless tide. The sky remembers what we knew. The gold that faded into blue. You walked away, but left the flame that burns each time I speak your name. Goodbye at dusk, I let you go, though every dust still tells me so. Maybe love was meant to break like sunset waves on twilight's lake. Maybe time was meant to hide the pieces love left deep inside. I close my eyes, I see you there, your silhouette in evening air. The world still spins, but I remain between the dusk and falling rain. Goodbye at dusk, our final scene, painted gold where we have been. The light, the love, the gentle lake, the vows we couldn't help but break. If I could hold the sky once more, I'd keep you here like times before. But dust still fades and hearts must fall. Goodbye, my love, goodbye to all. Now twilight hums a tender tune. The stars appear, but far too soon. I watch the sun sink out of view and whisper soft goodbye to you. Paper whispers on the floor, ink-stained dreams I can't ignore. Each folded page a piece of you, unwritten words I never knew. I tried to write you one more line, but time erased the ties that bind. The candle burned, the shadows grew, and in the dark I lost my truth. The pen stood still, the tears would fall. Between the lines I wrote it all. I see the sigh inside your name, but letters burn and love's the same. I send my heart through words unspoken, through every vow we left unbroken. But silence came and so it stayed between the things we never said. Lost letters flow through autumn air, carrying love to no one there. Your name still trembles on my hand, but you'll never read what I had planned. Each word a ghost, each page a tear. They vanish slow, yet feel so near. Lost letters drift like falling rain between the love and all its pain. I found the drafts we left behind, half-written thoughts, a tangled mind. The sentences that fade away still whisper what we meant to say. The paper curls, the ink still bleeds, the memory of what love needs. I read your name, it sounds like home, but echoes can't be written on stone. The words I kept were never sent. They turned to dust, they came and went. And though the wind still speaks your name, the silence answers just the same. Lost letters flow through autumn air, carrying love to no one there. Each promise fades like autumn's hue, but every shade still looks like you. I trace your name with trembling hands between the past and where it stands. Lost letters fall, but still remain in paper hearts that bear the stain. Maybe love was never meant to end, just folded once, then read again. The lines we drew, they still align between your soul and mine. I dream of ink that never dries, of words reborn behind closed eyes. And in the dark I hear them say, I never really went away. Lost letters drift to where you are, beyond the clouds, beyond the scar. The page still breathes, the candle glows, the wind still hums the song it knows. If love can live through time and pain, then every line still speaks your name. Lost letters rise, they call to you through every sky I'm falling through. Paper folds, the fire dies, but ink remembers all our lies. I close my eyes and there you stay, a letter I could never send away. Half the bed is cold tonight, half the dreams have lost their light. The mirror shows a face I know, but half of me won't let you go. The coffee cools, the hours fade, I walk the path that love once made. I talk to ghosts that wear your skin, each word a place I've once been in. The clock still ticks, but time stands still. The half that's gone defies my will. I try to laugh, I try to breathe, but half of me will never leave. Every shadow knows your name, every heartbeat feels the same. I close my eyes, I almost see the part of you still haunting me. Half of me still calls your name, half of me still takes the blame. I build my days on what we were, but half of me remembers her. The empty rooms, the quiet streets, the sound of rain beneath my feet. Half of me just wants to run, while half believes you were the one. Your sweater still hangs by the door. I can't recall what life was for. Your scent still lingers on the air, like love pretending it's still there. I count the stars we used to name, each one a spark that ends in flame. And when I wake, you're still in me, a ghost that breathes in memory. Every silence speaks your tone, every room I stand alone. I chase the part I cannot see, the half that lives inside of me. Half of me still calls your name, half of me can't bear the shame. I try to mend what can't be whole, the missing half of my own soul. Your shadow walks the edge of me, a love I lost but can't set free. Half of me still waits for you in dreams where love still feels like truth. Maybe hearts are meant to break, to learn the strength in what they take. Maybe love was meant to fade, to leave a mark we can't evade. I see you there in everything, the ache, the hush, the songs I sing. You're half the reason I still try, half the reason I can't say goodbye. Half of me will never heal, half of me can't help but feel. The echoes stay, the shadows play in half-lit dreams where you still stay. Half of me is moving on, half of me believes you're gone. If love was whole, then we were two, but half of me is still with you. The dawn will come, the pain will fade, but in my chest your echoes made. Half of me will always be the part that lived when you loved me. The wind was quiet, soft and thin. It carried whispers of where you'd been. The leaves were turning slow and kind before the wind. I read your mind. You smiled beneath the amber sky, but something faded in your eyes. The silence spoke, the truth was near. The words you held I couldn't hear. Your shadow danced along the wall. a fragile sign before the fall. And though you laughed, your tone was strained. The wind already knew my name. I felt it then, a quiet ache, a love about to bend and break. The air was still, the sky was wide. I felt goodbye before you tried. Before the wind could steal your face, I saw the truth we can't replace. Your hand was warm but slipping through like autumn leaves I once held to. Before the wind could take our name, I whispered love, but it felt the same. The breeze replied, soft and unkind. You left before the wind this time. The days grew cold, the nights grew long. The trees forgot our summer song. I walked the path where we once stayed. The scent of you had not decayed. I turned around, the air was bare, but still your laughter lingered there. Each gust that brushed against my skin brought echoes of what could have been. I held my breath, I closed my eyes to stop the storm inside my mind. The truth was soft but sharp as glass. Love fades the moment seasons pass. Before the wind could steal your voice, we made the wrong but only choice. The dusk had written what we knew, that love was kind but never true. Before the wind could change our name, I let you go but felt the same. Your echo hums through everything, a song I can't stop listening. Maybe love was meant to end before the storms could start again. Maybe hearts are like the leaves, they fall to find what autumn grieves. You smiled once more, it felt like spring, but vanished with the wind's soft wing. I reached for air, but touched the past and learned that love can never last. Before the wind, you said my name, then let it go. It felt the same. The words we spoke dissolved in air, but I still hear them everywhere. Before the wind could take your eyes, I memorized our last goodbyes. And though you're gone, I still pretend that love was something without end. The wind is calm, the night is clear, but still I feel you standing near. And every breeze that brushes through reminds me I once flew with you. Frost has drawn its silver lines across the glass where love still shines. Your shadow dances faint and slow upon this world of quiet snow. I trace your name with trembling hands. The ice replies, it understands. The winter hums a broken like every truth we let go past. I see your smile in frozen streams, a memory blurred by winter dreams. And though the cold replaces flame, the frost still whispers out your name. Through the frosted windows haze, I see the ghost of better days. The light bends soft, the air stands still, but love remembers what it will. Your eyes still live in every pain, a trace of warmth beneath the pain. Through the frost your voice remains, a melody that softly wanes. The kettle hums, the hour fades, the fire burns through quiet shades. I watch the sky dissolve in gray and think of you who walked away. The walls still hold the scent of rain, the ghosts still hum our last refrain. And though the night is turned to stone, the frost still says you're not alone. I place my palm against the glass, the warmth fades fast, it doesn't last. I whisper things you'll never hear, the words dissolve but feel so near. Through the frosted windows haze, I see our love in frozen phase. The world outside is white and bare, but I still feel you standing there. The snow falls slow, the silence stays, each flake repeats the same old phrase. Through the frost your name remains, etched in ice that love sustains. Maybe love was meant to freeze, to stay preserved in memories. Maybe warmth was not to last, but melt away with what has passed. That glass becomes a fragile sea, reflecting all that used to be. Your face appears, it fades again, a fleeting truth the frost retains. Through the frosted windows glow, I see the love we used to know. Your laughter drifts through every breeze and melts like snow upon my knees. If winter comes to hide the spring, then love's the wound that doesn't sting. Through the frost I find your name, frozen still, yet still the same. The dawn arrives, the glass is clear, but I still feel that you were here. And though the frost begins to fade, the heart remembers what it made. There's music hiding in the air, where once your laughter filled the stairs. The walls remember how you'd speak, but now the quiet feels so deep. The chair still leans the way you'd sit, your shadow glows where candles lit. I reach for sounds that used to stay, but silence takes them all away. Your whisper hums through wooden floors, between the breaths, between the doors. The stillness hums, the air is wide, a love that lingers though it died. I count the heartbeats one by one, each one a word we've left undone. The Between silence, I still hear you breathe, a ghost of sound that will not leave. Your voice remains in every tone, a song that plays when I'm alone. Between the pauses, love replies through empty halls and clouded skies. Between silence, time won't flee, it holds the sound you left in me. I walk the rooms where shadows grow. Each step repeats the things I know. The light moves slow, it fills the cracks where memories turn and pull me back. A melody beneath the floor reminds me what was mine before. And though the night forgets your face, the silence hums your soft embrace. I try to sing but notes won't stay. They fade before they find their way. The quiet hums, it sounds like grace. It holds your name in every space. Between silence, I still hear you breathe, a promise made, I still believe. The wind repeats what hearts conceal, the words we broke but still can feel. Between the whispers, there's our truth, a fading song from our lost youth. Between silence, I remain still listening for you in vain. Maybe silence is the sound of love that's lost but still around. Maybe quiet isn't gone but plays a softer, endless song. I close my eyes, it's all the same, a gentle ache that speaks your name. If love could hum without a voice, it'd sound like pain that had no choice. Between silence, I still find you near, in every calm, in every tear. The space between the breaths I take still sings of hearts that had to break. Between the hush, I call your name. The stillness answers just the same. And though the night begins to fade, the sound of you will never change. There's music hiding in the air, I feel it still, you're everywhere. Between silence, love remains a quiet song that bears no chains. The air is still, the colors pale, the final leaf begins to sail. I watch it fall, so slow, so true, and think of all I lost with you. The rain has stopped, the ground is dry, the clouds are breaking through the sky. Each tear I cried has turned to stone, yet somehow I am not alone. The quiet hums beneath my skin, a gentle peace where pain had been. I find a light I thought was gone, a softer place to carry on. The season ends, but I remain, a different heart, but not the same. And though the sun is slow to rise, it still brings warmth to winter skies. Autumn will fade, but I'll stay whole. The falling leaves will feel healed, but somewhere deep within the pain, the roots of joy will rise again. I walk the road where we once met. The sky is new, the sun still sets. The years may change, the heart may mend, but some goodbyes are not the end. I breathe again, the frost is thin, the morning light comes breaking in, and in its glow I start to see that loss has made a home in me. Autumn will fade, but I'll stay whole. The falling leaves will feed my soul. The shadows stretch, the colors bleed, but life still grows from what we need. I'll let the wind take what it may, for love will find another day. Autumn will fade, but I'll remain. To love, to lose, to start again. Maybe seasons only turn to teach the heart how it must burn. Maybe endings are the way to make room for another day. The sun descends, but not for long. It hums beneath the world's soft song, and in the quiet I can feel a gentle proof that time can heal. Autumn will fade, and so will I, but love remains. It does not die. Through every dusk, through every rain, the heart will bloom and break again. I'll let the past fall where it must, like golden leaves that turn to dust. Autumn will fade, but spring will stay to light the dark and clear the gray. So let it fade, this amber hue. The world will turn, the skies renew, and when the dawn begins to climb, I'll whisper love, it's still our